shall we begin?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, boys and girls, it's time for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Powered by Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Like Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Jerry, our rods and reels are ready. Let's go fishing.
All right, Breaker 19, good buddy, how you doing out there today?
Right ear. I got one ear missing, dude.
Can't hear you, Randy. Can't hear you.
I got more than one ear missing.
Does everybody remember CB radios?
There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Am I in there now?
Now
Yeah.
you're in
I
there.
thought I was working with one ear.
You are working with the one ear.
Shut
I know.
up.
You're pointing to me. Now,
That's
both
what I
sides
was
working?
Huh?
Are both sides of your headphones working? Or
Yeah,
just the one.
Just the one.
Well, that's
But the
good.
mic's working.
Right, because
That's not good.
Well, you only hear about half of what I say anyway. So
You only got
Huh?
one good ear anyway, don't you?
Hey, who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I don't know.
I haven't seen you in a month.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's
That's-
like a
yeah.
month in
Brewer-
brewer,
It
brewer math.
It can seem like a month, yeah.
Brewer math.
Anyway, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show, and here we are again in a beautiful Friday we got going
Hey,
on.
anybody catching any crappies out there?
I've only heard of
just one or two?
One or two
Yeah.
that's going on.
You're
now.
lying.
Of course I am. But
How does
anyway,
it change in just a couple?
yeah,
What,
it is.
6 days?
Yep, 6 days. And I tell you what, let me introduce everybody. We got Lonnie Ford in here, as always, my good friend RB. And yes, the prodigal son has returned.
Yeah, he got his head out of the wires or
That-
something.
Mm-hmm.
Broadcasting legend and head cashier at Jupiter Department Store,
Whoa.
No,
Tim
sto-
Scott.
Stock boy.
Stock boy?
Mhm.
Were you actually a stock boy
That's kinda
at
like-
Jupiter?
No, this is the only place I've ever worked. yeah.
This is the only place you ever worked?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, that's
No,
not
no,
true.
you
No,
tried,
it
I
can't
worked-
be
tried
true.
something else.
I
and
worked
didn't like
here, I worked Lucas Communications, H&I, and then back here.
Yeah,
it.
but
Home sweet home.
for the premise of this show, though,
All
we'll just
within
say
a matter of 10 years. I'm
So,
only
yeah,
25.
well, you know, you said you started broadcasting in 1975, right?
Right.
75, 85, 95, 2005, 2015. That's 40 years.
By God.
And now, if we average out your salary to $40,000 a year, hell, that means you're worth $1.6 million.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't.
the first time I've ever met a millionaire in my life.
Never quite ciphered
What
on
did
it
you
like
do
that.
with
but
that?
Never ciphered it out like that. But yeah.
Yeah, there it is, man.
What do you do with all that money?
Yeah.
It's in the lockbox over at the
Okay,
bank.
stay tight with him, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet. He's my number one pal. I'm gonna make the least fun of him now. From
No,
now
no,
on.
wait a minute.
But no, as my good friend RB there alluded to, Saturday, well, we had to do a little bit of moving of sorts. Me and our good friend, and he told me several times never to mention his name on the radio.
Never.
So we're going to refer to him from here on out as Silky Jones.
Boy.
Because he doesn't want me to use his real name out on the radio. So anyway, me, Randy, and Silky went down there to move his minnow tank, and Lonnie showed up right after we got it moved in. And Brewer was a lot of help on it. You know?
Hey,
Pretty light.
yeah, speaking of help,
Silky kind of grabbed the one end, and I grabbed the other end off the trailer, and Brewer kind of said, okay, now watch it as you go through the door.
and
watch
that's
them
a fine
feet.
job. I
Yep.
did compliment. Fine job.
But anyway, my pay for that was a half a bucket of gold minnows, or the Rosy Reds, and we ended up taking those out Saturday. I went to F70, and man, it was the crappie were biting, bam, 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 but I had a little bit of a problem. The farmer that owns the field right next to it lit it on fire, and if everybody remembers Saturday, that wind was blowing pretty good, and man, them flames were up there. And I stood there. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, boys. I smoke, okay? You know, I know a lot of people out there going, but anyway, I smoke, and man, that smoke got so thick, even I had to quit. I mean, it reminded me.
Get away from it.
It reminded me of being in Tim Scott's basement in 1976, how smoky it was. And
Woo, doggies.
I had to get out of there. But anyway, so Sunday, I called my good friend Lonnie Ford up. I said, "Hey, Lonnie, let's head back out to F70. They were hit pretty good out there yesterday." He goes, "Yeah, boy, I'll join you." So we went out there, and we did so, you know. And then the rain came in. Then after the rain, I went back out and took another buddy with mine who keeps the crappie, and he ended up having a stringer full of crappie to clean. And then everybody in the free world that's attached to me on Facebook somehow, some way, is sending me crappie picture after crappie picture after crappie picture. And to conclude with that, with the crappies that are biting so good everywhere, what goes with crappies this time of year? Mushrooms. And my good friend Lonnie Ford once again came through and sent me a picture of a morel mushroom last night that he found.
You found one.
Yep.
It's about the size of a nickel.
Yep. Very big.
It's still there.
It's still there. So we're into spring now. No more snow. It's all over with. Half of us got the sun's out, the guns are out.
Yeah, a little vitamin D.
A little vitamin D coming my way.
How could a person get some mushrooms? I'm looking for some.
You gotta look.
The morel mushrooms
morel,
or the
Tim.
Pink Floyd mushrooms?
Oh,
This early in the year, start on the east side of the hill.
yeah.
Those weren't the mushrooms he was looking for, Lonnie.
Oh, I see.
Google Pink Floyd
But you
mushrooms.
can't sell them.
No, I'm wanting to buy some.
You can't buy them.
You can't buy them unless they're
Legally.
certified.
I know.
Oh.
You know, there's two ways in and one way out.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Drug Talk on Jerry's Outdoor Show.
Oh, I was talking about the morels.
I don't know.
Legally, you can't sell them.
Well, we all know that.
Let's see. It's 10:07. I've already lost control. So let's go on with that. But anyway, what do you know, Randy, on your neck, on your side of the
Like
thing?
you said, I guess I busted it first. The crappies are going nuts. But, yeah, Coralville up there, I guess they lowered the lake for our doomed flood,
Right.
which probably is not going to get here. But the water temperature is running in the low 50s, and they're going nuts up there. They're limiting it out, and they're just running back and forth to the bait shop.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody else sells gold minnows, but I've been selling a ton of them, and they've been going clear back up to Coralville.
I was so
To
happy.
fish with 'em.
I'm so happy you said a ton of them. Because the way your lips are forming, I was thinking you were going to say something else.
No, I've been reformed.
You've been
Yeah,
reformed.
Southern Baptist man.
There we go. Well,
They put a bird in my ear. I don't say that.
you don't
stuff
say
no
that
more.
no more. Well, by God.
One word.
Do we got a high chair in here?
And I
'Cause I'm
got
gonna-
half the factories in Muscatine thinking I get by with cussing on this radio station.
Oh,
And
hey,
I do not.
hey, people,
I
he
say,
he does not. Believe
no,
me, he do
the
not.
guy upstairs would not have me here. if
We're
that was
talking about
happening.
Jamie. We're not talking about Guy.
Well, kind of
When
both
you
of
said
them,
the
maybe.
guy upstairs will have me here because he's tolerated you for quite a while.
Well, a little bit.
When you get up to the pearly gates, Randy, you're going to have a little meeting in the
Well-
office for a little bit. Well, so will I, but
Well,
you know,
I'll just wait in line. I'll take my fishing.
there you go. But we might as well talk to the other people that are going to ascend to heaven without no problems at all, and that's my good buddy Lonnie Ford, unless he's planning on lying to me like he was earlier about the size of the smallie you caught.
I caught a real nice bass yesterday and a real nice smallie. I got a picture of him out in the vehicle. Other than that, pretty slow where I was at.
Yeah.
The water temperature is a main thing. That's like the pits down there. Some of those are colder than the other ones.
Right.
And the ones that are banking 51 degrees are the ones that's going to be catching the more fish. 51
Well,
and up.
as strong as the sun's getting right
Yeah.
now, it's going to warm it up, and that's going to tend to kick him in. Now, crappie are going to, regardless of the water temperature, they might be a little slower, but
They're going to
Mother Nature says, "Hey, we it's like me at 4 a.m. Hey, get up! You got to." Nature has a way of you're going to be doing something, if it says so. But No, but to get back to the pits, now that was the pits, or your pond, I should say.
Pond, yeah.
Now, I read a thing here the other week. Which warms up quicker, stained water or clear water?
What do you mean, what's up quicker?
Which warms up quicker from the sun
Stained?
radiating silent?
I would guess stained. I don't know what
I
trick
would
you
say
got.
darker the color, the more heat it absorbs.
Lighter.
Absolutely.
Kind of like a black
Two
shirt
are
and a
right,
green
one
shirt.
is wrong. Absolutely. Stained water will warm up quicker than crystal clear water.
Really?
Just because there's more particulate matter in the water and photons. That's the light rays that hit the water, hit it, warm it up. So
How about the
everybody's-
neutrons?
neutrons, they used to open up for me back in the 80s, but they broke up. It was a bad thing. But speaking of music, I believe I heard last week that one of your famous idols that you looked up to, Tim, was Merle Haggard.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we had our good buddy Hermit Longhorn send in this tribute to Merle Haggard, and let's take a listen to it right now.
This is Hermit Longhorn. We drank a lot of PBR in the bottoms. We sell a lot of gold minnows too. We don't let our hair get long and shaggy like the hippies over in Keithsburg do. I'm proud to be a brewer from the bottoms, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still get your bait at 2 in the morning, and flathead fishing's still the biggest thrill of all. And flathead fishing's still the biggest thrill of all.
By golly, that's some good picking and grinning right there, I tell you.
That's it. My buddy Hermit, boy, he's really he really cooks them numbers out. But I thought Randy'd appreciate that. We're picking on New Boston last week, so this week we're going to be picking on Keithsburg. So look at these two guys in there. It's kind of like watching a monkey with a football. It's funny at first.
Did you? I think they lost everything. They can't hear. Brewer, can you hear me? No, he can't hear nothing.
Well, for the people at home watching on the camera,
I better go in there before they tear the whole thing apart.
I tell you what, why don't we slide into a commercial break? We'll fix these technical difficulties, and we'll be right back with Jerry's Outdoor Show.
Don't you change that dial. We've got some more great fishing advice coming up. Actual fishing advice may not be helpful. Right here on Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC AM 860 and 95.1 FM.
Are you looking for a reliable taxidermist who does superior work? Here's taxidermist Shannon Spooner telling you in sign language why he's the best around. Oh, we forgot to mention, he's deaf. Deaf Guy Taxidermy in Clinton mounts every type of game imaginable, from deer and coyotes, fish and ducks, you name it, he can mount it. Text him, please. Don't call 563-613-4411 or send him an email to deafguytaxidermy@icloud.com. Deaf Guy Taxidermy, proud sponsor of Jerry's Outdoor Show. Listen on KWPC Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Shannon wishes he could. Indian Creek Lure Company is your family-owned tackle shop. They carry the finest in bass fishing products. They carry items not found anywhere else. In fact, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Indian Creek Lure Company specializes in the more specialized tackle. Indian Creek also carries Dobbins and Denali fishing rods, as well as their own line of Indian Creek rods. They can help you spec out a custom rod that's the perfect fit for you, and they cater to bass clubs and tournament anglers. Check out their website, IndianCreekLures.com today.
Mitchell Arms and Ammo is your locally owned gun shop. They're a small shop with a huge inventory that puts its customers first. Owner Troy Mitchell takes his time to find the right firearm to fit your needs. Visit them online today at mitchellarms.com. mitchellarms.com or like them on Facebook for special offers and start searching their thousands of accessories and firearms available. They offer online pricing and local pickup. No freight or extra fees. Just add tax and pick up at the store in a few days. Warranties honored locally too. Stop by Mitchell Arms and Ammo on Plaza Place in Muscatine.
And we're back.
Good thing we got the cameras on, because people wouldn't believe what goes on behind the scenes here to put on a radio show.
Well, somebody messed with the controls out there.
Before I got here.
Yeah, before you got here.
Thank you.
Before you got here.
So, anyway, what'd you think of that song, Brewer? I think that's pretty good.
I think you got more time than you need.
No, it takes us about probably, I write the lyrics and it takes me probably about 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
And then I send it to Hermit, and he does all the picking part and all that, because the chords are already there. We just got to copy them, redo them, and he puts a slide to it and this and that. And usually,
pretty shallow life your friend has.
Hermit's more of a night owl, so like at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll get a ding on my messenger. Hey, there's a Hermit. There's a guy.
What was that word?
Right, exactly. So it gets all taken care of. So anyway, the popularity of this show. And my wife had a good idea, and I didn't get to discuss it with you guys beforehand, but you know what? We're just going to go ahead and discuss it right now on the radio.
You said this was a parking lot discussion.
Well, this
you kind of briefed me last night on this.
A little bit, but we'll go over it now because it is a pretty good idea. What do you guys think about doing a Jerry's Outdoor Show fish fry? Well, I'm thinking what we can do. You
don't keep fish, so where in the hell are we going to get the fish?
I can provide.
You fish a lot, but you don't keep
the same
none.
place I buy my mushrooms. I can buy some black
You
market.
cannot buy them legally.
Black market mushrooms? What? Where? Huh?
But
Back to
no,
the fish. I'm game.
What I was thinking about, instead of doing it up there in Wilton, let's do it down at the. Do you think we can talk to some of your buddies at the Legion? And maybe get that place?
Yeah.
I think we do it in June. And what we'll do is we'll put on a fish fry.
Actually, they have a fish contest
Mm-hmm.
or a cat contest, catfish contest once a year. I'm not sure when that is.
Mm-hmm.
But they go out and everybody catches it, bring
Right.
it back, and hog it off and eat it all in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Where like this would be a different one because
Right.
we can actually do crappies,
Right.
walleye, whatever,
yep,
because we're just cooking it and eating it. Nobody's buying nothing.
Right. Absolutely.
See?
So
I mean, we can,
yeah, we'll talk it over
but
and
yeah,
hammer
we
out the
can
details.
feed people fish.
But we got my good friend Hermit. He's putting a band together as we speak, so he could come out and do the entertainment.
Flat and Scruggs coming back with him? Or?
Well, I think he's got.
It ain't gonna be no river bottom songs.
Oh,
or,
yeah,
you know,
it's all
why don't you
gonna-
just do soggy bottom songs?
It's all going
and
to be
leave
like this.
RB out of it.
My God, I like that old time.
Everybody
I do
likes
too.
it.
Yeah.
You tell me yourself that you can't wait to get to the Legion after show because all your buddies down there said, "Oh, bro, I heard you on the radio," and you.
No, them guys aren't my buddies. Those guys are really, they're about like you. They ain't got nothing to do
Oh.
but pick on me.
Oh,
Well, this is the last week for Randy Brewer. I'm looking for.
And he didn't even cuss.
No, we all love you, Randy. You know it's all
But,
good fun.
yeah, those guys down there, they're like the rest of us. When the fish are biting, they're not sitting around there.
Right.
Say, but they got all winter long to come
Right.
up with stuff.
So, that's the thing. So I think it's a good idea. And what I want to do, because not only you, but a couple other of my sponsors, like, man, you really need a new poster. You need to get a new poster. And now it's like, well, maybe we can do this and finance it that way.
This is radio. Nobody knows what we look like.
Well,
other than your face.
other than my face. So yeah. So I'm getting tired of carrying all the weight here,
Lonnie,
guys.
ain't these on this side of the glass? Aren't these radio faces? These are not TV faces.
Well, you can do a lot with Photoshop.
He wants to make
these
bumper
days.
stickers.
But anyway, speaking of faces for the radio, we got our good friend Kent Hendricks phone right now. How you doing, Kent?
Good. How you guys doing?
So, what I read your Facebook thing there. Are you broadcasting live from the pits down there?
Yes, I am.
So, what do you? Go ahead and lie to me. What you got?
Well, it's kind of slow. I've got a couple of small ones. A couple of conservation officers were just by, and I talked to them for a little bit, and they said everybody they talked to said it's been pretty slow. So,
You got your
it's a lot
bait?
better, but it's early yet in the day. It may pick up.
You got your bait in the water?
Not currently, no.
Yes, that'll help.
That does help.
It does. That'll increase your odds by about 99%.
Hook in the water.
I need to get one of those headsets so I can talk and fish at the same time. That way I never have to put my rod down, you know?
They don't make such a thing. Don't say that or else my wife will get me one. We'll have to have conversations. But anyway, so what are you after today, Kent?
I'm just trying to catch some bass and see if there's any crappie bites. At this point, I'd be happy with anything.
Well, don't catch Randy's cold. He just sent that over the airwaves to you.
Hey, Kent, what you got? The water temperature? Which pit are you in?
I'm at Goose Pond, and not only the temperature. I forgot to bring my little gadget with the thermometer on it, but
Well, what you do is you take your pants off and you get in there.
Just stick your finger in the water.
Right.
Take a guess.
And start counting as you walk towards the center. Now, when it gets too cold that you can't stand it, remember that number, and then you divide it by 5 and add 3, and that should be the appropriate temperature. So I'll wait while you do that. Go ahead and go.
Oh yeah, I think I'll pass with the
Local radio guy gets arrested at pits for skinny dipping. But anyway, so you had a couple conservation officers down there, and they weren't saying too much is happening, or what?
Yeah, they said they talked to several people, and they had one guy that had caught one little bass, and that was about it. So I don't know. It's kind of got me kind of left. I don't know.
So what are you using?
I'm just using lures, like I'm using a little crankbait, and then I got a drop shot rig.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of little bass swimming around in here, but
Yeah.
they're not biting today yet.
Well, there's 19 other pits you can go check out.
That's right.
You got a dip net? That usually works.
Or a telephone, one of them old crank telephones. It worked.
I heard my grandpa used to do that, but I don't think I want to try that.
Who was your grandpa? What was his name?
He better be passed on.
It better be something other than Jimi Hendrix, because I'll see right through that one. All right, Kent, I appreciate you giving time out and giving us a holler today. So if you see my buddy down there talking on the phone and fishing at the same time, that's good old Kent Hendricks, and he's from the Muscatine County Conservation Board. And you can see him on Facebook. He puts a lot of articles out there, and I think you got some articles coming up in the Voice of Muscatine as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you next week, Kent.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, buddies. So, it's great to talk to people when they're out live fishing, but, if you're on a radio show, just lie. That's what we do. I caught a couple little small bass. And no, you didn't. You caught an 18-incher and he busted off your line and this and that. So anyway, to go back to the fishing thing, Wednesday night I ended up going out to F70, but I done ran out of all the minnows that Brewer donated to me, so I had to use jigs. Now the pike and the dogfish, I must have went through $60 worth of jigs.
Come on down.
There. Yeah, and that's the thing with using 4-pound fluorocarbon line.
Now, if you catch a dogfish, do you do something to it and throw it up on land, or you don't let them back in the water, do you?
When you say do something to it,
well,
you're looking for mushrooms earlier. Now you're doing something to dogfish.
Stomp on it?
No. I let them back in.
You
I
do?
put them back in. Yeah, I don't. I know guys will toss them up on the bank or this or that or.
After the fourth or fifth one that tore his bait off, I'll guarantee you.
What's the difference between a dogfish and a belly gar?
Well, a billy gar has a long snout on it.
Yeah.
And they'll stay up towards the top of the water. They're elongated. They have a long bill with teeth.
Mhm.
That's a billy gar. A dogfish kind of looks like a catfish at first. Oh my God, I got me a cat. Ah! A dogfish has little red beady eyes and.
But aren't
sharp
they
teeth.
in kind of the same family? I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
like
trash.
Yeah, they're both-
scroungy trash
They're,
fish.
they're both fish.
Yeah. Well,
They're the
right.
same species.
My God. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're both fish. But anyway, no, I just won't kill it just to kill it. I
Yeah.
just let it back. It's natural habitat until I came along, so I put it back,
Right.
just to kill
Hey.
something. That's why I don't hunt.
Does a belly gar eat other fish?
It's
Yeah.
Billy.
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 Not Belly.
Belly? Billy?
Billy.
Yeah.
The boy.
Long
Yeah.
nose
Billy.
gar,
Yeah.
short nose gar, whatever you want to call it, but it's a billy gar. Yeah, they eat fish. They eat the hell out of minnows. They were
Yeah,
doing it
they'll-
last
they'll-
spring down at Johnson's Hole.
Yeah.
But the point I wanted to get back to is me and Lonnie were fishing down there at F70, and he met me there, and we parked alongside the road. And we got to conversating, as you do. And for some of you that might have missed it earlier, I'm going to put it out there. Lonnie, actually, you worked for the DOT for how many years?
35 and a half years.
35 and a half years. Now, basically, what your job description out there was, besides, I think you were a supervisor, correct?
Yes.
But you're also the guy that they'd haul into court if there was any kind of legal interpretations that needed to be done with the DOT.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So we got to talking, and he says, fishing here, we first got talking about fishing off the bridge. And to that for a lot of people out there that might not know this, it's illegal to fish off a highway bridge in Iowa.
Yes.
And Lonnie has the paperwork to it, and if you just wanted to read a little bit of that and bring everybody up to speed.
Well, lots
Sure.
of things are illegal, but
But that's up
Some
to
of the
the
best.
officer. I mean, who's going to really stop and bother somebody fishing off?
isn't that kind of
Well,
a gray area there?
I mean,
when
if
you're
it
just
was the-
fishing off
Well,
the
that's
bridge,
what I
or-
said, but let's let Lonnie go through this, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of all this.
Well, what we're dealing with here is Iowa Code 321.358, stopping and standing or parking. No person shall stop, stand, or park a vehicle upon a bridge unless they're directed by an officer or along the road. Now, the codes also follow in here pretty close on 306A, point 3, and 306.4.4, all in the Iowa Code for those that want to look this up. Every few years, the DOT puts out a document, an advertising document, basically, an awareness, is no fishing is allowed off of bridges. And that's usually a press release that gets put out. Now, the caveat to that is, no big deal do they enforce it.
Right.
Only if there's an emergency situation where we've had to have vehicles towed for the DOT reasoning for either snow removal or, they're sitting too close to the travel portion of the highway. The biggest issue on this is that Iowa is a contributable negligence law state, which means, I got called into court several times on different things. And the thing about it is with this law, the contributable law, is that, the odds are you're not going to get stopped out there. They're not going to ticket you. But if that person and the other motor vehicle hits your vehicle or hits you crossing the road, you are partially responsible for your own injuries and or possibly costs to yourself. And all that does is give an out for your insurance company not to pay.
Right.
Because of that law. So you're gambling every time you go out there.
Right.
You're playing the odds, same as on a riverboat.
I do that every time I wake up, buddy.
They got a big pot down there at Brewer's house where they all throw money. When Daddy wake up this morning, now when I said pot, I meant a pot that you throw stuff
When
in.
Brewer wakes up in the morning, he has Judas Priest on his alarm clock, and he goes, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
I got to live one more day.
One more day.
But back to that, I think it would be the guy fishing's fault for anything because you're not
Right.
supposed to fish there.
Right, and that's
Although
what Lonnie
I got a
said.
different rule. There's a white line, Lonnie, on that bridge.
Right.
As long as I'm not on the white line side of the traffic, then to me, I'm not in their way.
Okay, and there again, I had mentioned every other chapters and statute that does cover that.
bet.
That area,
Just when I thought I had it out.
that area is called a safety recovery zone,
Right.
Right.
and that's what the shoulders are for. So if a vehicle loses control and is not able to recover because your vehicle's sitting on the road and he slams into it, basically the vehicle shouldn't have been there.
Right.
And
Right.
So, the situation was Sunday, we were out fishing at F70. Now, there's nowhere to park but the shoulders. And like Lonnie said, that's actually by law, that's a recovery lane. Now, we're both out there fishing. I've fished there 1,000 times. But like he said, if somebody some planet's lining up, his brakes go out, loses a tire, slams into my truck, pushes it over the edge, and it goes into that part of it, I lose all my Fabergé eggs and my Picasso paintings I kept in the truck,
Your Old Spice cologne
Right, yeah.
in the glove box.
High karate, baby.
High karate,
You
yeah.
know. So basically, and before you shine up your shotguns and your pitchforks and make your way out here to the station to hang us for spreading this, I just want you to be aware of it, because the same thing was working in a bait shop. I used to have this old boy out towards Wilton, and he fished that Cedar Bridge, that number 6, Highway 6 bridge, every day. And I said, I don't believe that's illegal for you. Oh, by God, it's illegal. I said, well, no. I said, the thing is, if you've been doing it, keep on doing it. Because like I said, like the F70 thing, it's got to be a pretty damn slow day in the sheriff's department.
Yeah. To be,
Yeah, give me, hey, by the way, I'll take those crappie and let this thing go.
Right.
I know a couple of officers that might just trade you.
And you're the one on the radio, so what about them mushrooms that
Yeah.
one guy was talking about? You mean West Jordan? Yeah. But no, so we put this stuff out there just so you know, because a lot of times stuff gets out there, gets kicked around, and it ain't. But I feel pretty confident because Lonnie's 35 years with the DOT, and this was his job.
35 and a half.
35 and a half.
He never said that half until he got past 25.
There you go.
Then that half starts mattering.
So, like I said, and when we say things here, it's just to make you aware of it. Now, if you follow it or not, that's up to you. And like I said, I've fished F70 1,000 times, and I'll probably fish it 1,000 times more. So, it's just out there. Now, the only thing I would have, like fishing on a major highway, it's not me getting hit by a car or something like that, but this day and age, some jerk would throw a 2-quart beer bottle out the window and try to peg you, and then you fall over the side of the bridge, never be seen again. Kind of like the birth of Randy.
and that's ironic.
It's kind of like Moses, but with Randy.
You bring that up. Back in, I'm going to say the mid-'80s, really pulling here on some people's memories, but there was a state trooper out of Tipton. Donovan Wright was his name. Mm-hmm. He's retired now, of course. He was picking up a piece of scrap steel off of the interstate bridge right there on the interstate there at Tipton.
Yep.
There were crosses there with the campgrounds, and a semi went by, and that steel was long enough and flexible enough. It hit that steel that he was trying to drag out of the way and literally flipped him up over the edge. He ended up in the river.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So just weirder things has happened.
Yes.
I got married last year. Nobody ever saw that coming, and bam, out of the blue, it happened.
What the hell did you do that for?
I was told to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you know her. He was told to.
Okay.
Hey, we were dating for 15 years, and nothing was broken, And I came home one week, or I got a text one weekend and said, hey, you're getting married on Saturday. Okay, to who? Do I have cancer? Do you know something? Did I come into some money? What happened? I don't know. No, but I love my wife, and she loves those pigeons. And Randy, you got to get a hold of her because we got 2 pigeons that were born while she was gone.
right? That you nursed and you took care of.
No,
and
I
you have
didn't really nurse them. I
Okay.
didn't really handle them.
So
And now she calls them wild and wicked.
if you don't want your radio audience to know that you play with them little white birds, I will not say nothing. I'll talk to her.
Scraping up poop in a shovel is not playing with birds, Randy. I don't know where you're at.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, when you talk about radio folk out there, I get a lot of messages and I get a lot of emails, and I got a nice message yesterday. I got a Jim McKee from Riverside, California. Actually listens to our show.
Is he from Muscatine?
He's from
originally, or-
Muscatine originally. Moved out here in
Got to be his sickness.
1977.
It all originated from here.
Yeah. So he said he pretty much knew a lot of guys out here at the radio station. So
Yeah, I think I remember him. I think his family had the Button Company there.
no, I didn't ask him that because
I
I
think
knew
so.
I knew that Jim McKee, but I think this is different. He said he moved out there in '77.
Oh,
Yeah, 1977, 1978. Well, Jim, if you're listening, give us a holler and we can clear it up right now.
He's got to be about 80.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how old he is. I didn't ask him that. You know, I thanked him for listening. Then I asked him, why the hell do you listen?
Right.
No, he thinks it's kind of cool that he can listen to what we talk
Relate
about.
a little bit about town.
Relate a little bit about Muscatine. And with that, we're going to relate something of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with more Jerry's Outdoor Show.
Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell was supposed to do, you moron?
Pierce Custom Rods are handcrafted of the finest materials available and designed to provide the most enjoyable fishing experience imaginable. Each rod features a perfect blend of power, action, and detail customized for the user. If you want the utmost in performance, quality, feel, and appearance from your custom rods, choose Pierce Custom Rods. Search Pierce Custom Rods and like them on Facebook or call 563-299-8645.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Is your boat not starting well or running to its fullest potential? Have Nigel at Tailwater Marine take a look and have it running tip-top again. Conveniently located on Mississippi Drive, just south of downtown Muscatine, Tailwater Marine has years of experience and the skills to keep you worry-free on the water. Tailwater also carries towables, water toys, and accessories for your fun and safety on the water. Call Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and Jerry'sOutdoorShow.com.
We dropped Jim's phone call, but Jim was on the horn with us here, so Jim, call back again, 563-263-8600. That's the number to call in.
Yeah, that was that feller from California called in.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, me and Lonnie was discussing the law.
The law? And what did you come up to?
They're always right.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way I figured it out.
So I'm not going to go to the Mustine High Bridge and fish. I'll go back down to that creek bridge I always go to.
Well, you know, it's kind of a lot like Joe says. It's going to be up to the officer's discretion.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you're out there pulling catfish up and you ain't doing nobody any harm, and it's 6 a.m, chances are probably not.
No.
You know. But if you're out there carrying on and drinking and, you know, flipping your rod back out into the lane of traffic, this and that. But the bigger point that we're speaking to was, hey, this could happen. And if it does, you know, we told you. You know.
And the one example that I can state that didn't happen around here happened in northern Iowa, was that the guy had set up his he had a little beach umbrella and a folding chair.
Oh boy,
and
camping out.
Yeah, he was sitting right on the edge with his buckets and
Happy.
That one got him an escort off the bridge.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Right. So
This ain't a beach pub.
Yes.
good idea though.
You said he called in from out there, California, then, or?
Yeah, we're waiting on. We're gonna have our good friend Kyle Robinson from the Indian Creek Lure Company. He's gonna be on the phone with us, and if we can't get back with Jim, we'll have him on next week. So all the way out in California, which would make that what 8:30 in the morning, 8:40, something like that, or 2 hours behind
difference.
us. Yeah. So, hey, how's that new shop? That minnow tank working out? You ever plumb it up yet?
One I hurt my back on.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting that in the
from
door.
opening the door. Yeah.
Actually, the guy I bought it from, I talked to him yesterday. He's going to come down and get that set up. He says, and I don't know, there's only one pH or one level or something that I got to keep track of. Unlike down home, this tank contains its own water.
Right.
Where down at the big shop, it just runs in and runs out the other
Right,
door.
yeah, you have an open system.
So I got to learn how to keep.
Nah, the pH isn't, like I said.
Not
if
the
you,
pH,
it's the ammonia. The ammonia.
ammonia.
Yeah,
There
the
you
ammonia builds up because they're basically crapping and peeing in their own water. So
Well, yeah, but there's, like I said, there's 4 filters on this thing.
yeah,
so.
it's the carbon. The carbon is what you want to pay attention to and change that out regularly, and you won't have any problems. So who do we have on the phone, Tim?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, this is Kyle, Indian Creek.
Hey, how you doing, Kyle? Sorry, we had a couple different phone calls here. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, not bad, Jerry. No, that's no problem. I was just kind of scurrying around here and getting a couple things done.
All right. So anyway, one of our big sponsors that came on this year is Kyle Robinson. He's with the Indian Creek Lure Company, and he's up there in Marion, Iowa. And I told you I'd probably try to stop by here this week because I work up in Iowa City mostly during the week, and I was going to cruise up there, but this weather was just too damn nice. I my apologies, Kyle. I'd much rather go fishing than look at you.
Or his lures.
That's no problem at all. I can definitely understand that, and you can. We'll take a rain date on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get up there. But anyway, let's talk about your shop a little bit. Now, you carry a lot of lures, and you also, I think, you make custom rods too.
Yes, it started several years ago. Probably about 8 years ago, I guess. I've been making jigs. I'm a jig guy. I've been pouring jigs for, probably 15 years. And before that, I bought jigs, like all of us seem to start off, from another pourer. I had an old boy up in Wisconsin I bought a lot of jigs from, and he was getting older and getting ready to retire, and his house burnt down, and he lost everything. So I thought, I'll just start pouring myself. So you buy one mold and equipment, and before long you got 30 molds. And
yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, I used to have that. I used to have all them do-it molds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I'm also a plastic junkie, and I have been for a lot of years.
I wonder what people must think about this show. We got Tim over here asking me about buying some mushrooms for real. We got this
Plastic
guy's
junkie.
a plastic junkie, and then you got Randy Brewer.
Well, yeah, but I don't have a mule, so I can't keep up with hermits. So.
Yeah, down here in the big city, we do her up right, boy. So anyway, you're a plastic junkie. What's that mean?
Well, I started fishing like some of us old guys did, probably back in the late 60s with the old cream jelly worms and things like that, and fishing farm ponds. And over the years, I've just fished about every type of plastic bait that seems to have come out. And I carry an assortment of about 8 or 10 major plastic manufacturers. I kind of specialize in items that usually you don't find anywhere else in the state. A lot of the items I carry are hard to find, actually, even above kind of the Mason-Dixon line.
Oh, yeah? What are those?
Well,
Pint jars?
what was that?
Pint jars.
Yeah, no, I do drink
Mason
a lot
Dixon
of stuff
wine.
out of a quart jar that does come from someplace in Tennessee, but that's a different topic.
Oh, my God, I got to get a better class of friends. We'll work on that next year. But anyway.
Yep. A couple, Tommy Hagler, a buddy of mine, he owns Hags Tornadoes in Abilene, Texas. I've been carrying his products for probably about 7 years. Hooked Up Bait, it's one of the best tubes manufactured. Tony is from Jackson, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Excite Bait's another one I've been carrying for quite a few years, another Texas bait. Mismo, another great tube, they're out of Arkansas. Bruiser Baits, they're out of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my top-selling items are War Eagle spinner baits.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also out of Arkansas, and they are a phenomenal spinnerbait.
So you have a diverse selection of lures there. I like I said, I personally apologize for not stopping up in your shop yet, but I've seen pictures on Facebook, and man, you're loaded to the gills.
I got a little area, but I have a lot of items in it. I also carry a pretty good line of Big Bite Baits, who has came on real strong in the last several years,
mm-hmm.
and they make an excellent product. I carry some Spro, some Rapala, a lot of specialty bass items. Sunline is about the only fishing line that I carry,
mm-hmm.
but they're a great product. And then we carry Dobbins rods. I've had them for quite a few years. And I just started carrying Denali rods this year, in addition to the rods my wife and I build.
So definitely, if you're a bass fisherman, your shop should be one of the first places they hit, right?
Yeah, we cater to a lot of the bass anglers and tournament anglers, as well as we cater to a lot of crappie and bluegill
mm-hmm.
fishermen. I don't have the capability in my current location to carry live bait. Just as Randy was talking about the water issues and things like that, I don't have any access to good water. It costs me $20,000 worth of plumbing just to put it in. And
yeah, but if you sell your minnows at
don't do it. Stick with it.
You sell your minnows at $20 a scoop, you make that back pretty quick.
Yeah,
are you
down the
making
road,
money doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I hear you, Randy.
Yeah,
I've
stick
had other
with
people
it.
tell me that too. So, but
fun haters.
And do you get to fish?
do I get to fish?
Yeah,
Right.
do you get to fish?
I'm actually I got my boat setting out in front of my shop today. I also own a custom frame shop and art gallery. It's kind of all adjacent to my lure company store.
Right, but my boat's in my front yard under a tent too, but I really don't get to spend as much time in there
Well, that's what I was gonna
after I started trying to sell minnows is what I used to.
Mine is sitting out front of my shop today, and it's all ready to go. I just filled it up with gas. And
I'll be there in about 45 minutes, Lonnie. We can make it there. You got room for two? Jerry can stay here and take care of paperwork. He's got songs to write.
It takes me 5 minutes. I can write 10 of them on the way up there.
Yeah, I got an old camper up at Guttenberg, and my wife and I were going up and open up the camper, and hopefully we're going to put in at Guttenberg and maybe do a little fishing Sunday. So,
Hey, is that up there by, where's Lake Delhi? Is that up by there?
Lake Delhi is about 35 miles northeast of here. Guttenberg's on the Mississippi, about another hour up the road.
Oh, okay, all right. But no, it just started to get off track here. But somebody said that Lake Delhi, the dam burst or whatever a few years ago, but they said that thing's almost already back up to capacity. I mean, have you heard of that?
It will be everything will be back by the end of the year, and that's a river system, and there's a lot of smallmouth in that river,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll do a lot of stock in itself. Now, I'm hoping that the DNR will do a bunch of stocking this year also, but, in a river system, boy, it's just hard to say what all they'll do with that. So,
Awesome. So, anyways, what are your regular hours up there at the Indian Creek Lure Company?
I'm always at my shop. Our hours are always 11 to 5 and 10 to 2 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm around town. I'm kind of a one-man shop, and with my art gallery and framing, I do a lot of running around town the first couple hours of the morning. So that's kind of why we have the later hours. And I can kind of get by with it because I don't sell bait.
All right.
So,
or you'd be up at 4:30 in the morning. I got to get to Wood Hollow first.
Yep.
All right, buddy. 24-hour bait shop.
So anyway, if you're also looking for stuff, you can go through me on Jerry's Outdoor Show or look up Kyle Robinson at Indian Creek Lure Company on Facebook, and you also have a website too, isn't that correct?
yes, and you can find me there. Just type in IndianCreekLures.com. I have a page that shows, follow the links. It shows all of the items that we carry by the company name. Most of them, I just have a link to their website. I do not have a shopping cart. I do not sell over the internet. In other words, you can't go online and order 4 packs of baits. I just don't do that. Now, I have a lot of people all over the country. They call me up. We place an order. I source the product, and I ship it to them. I do that, but we handle that on a one-on-one basis. So,
absolutely.
Do you wholesale at all?
Yes, I do. What I do is...
That's better than selling minnows. Wholesaling.
Some of the... I have quite a few people that...
Well, like your skirts and stuff like
buy
that.
a lot of product from me. And what I do with them, I offer them a discount. Now, obviously, I buy wholesale from all my suppliers.
Sure.
And sometimes if I have some bigger customers, they're buying in bulk, we'll maybe do a split on that. And, Randy, I know exactly, you know just what I'm talking about.
Yep, I know.
And then I offer a discount on... an extra discount to all of my, I call them my field guys or my bass guys that come in. And it don't have to be bass guys. Anybody who comes in and buys a lot of stuff from me, and I have quite a few of them, I always offer them an extra discount. So
there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So check out my good friend Kyle Robinson up there at the Indian Creek Lure Company. Like I said, his pictures and what he's got doesn't disappoint. If bass and crappie is your thing, you need to go up there and check him out. Hey, Kyle, I appreciate you taking your time out today, and I also appreciate you being a sponsor.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. We'll talk to you later,
Thanks,
buddy.
Kyle.
Yeah, he's if you follow him on Facebook, if you go to Jerry's Outdoor Show and you take a look at that, and it is awesome. We got another phone. The phones are going crazy this morning. Hey, you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who do we got on?
Hello.
Oh, hello, Herman. How are you, my friend?
This is Hermit. Hermit Longhorn. Well,
you're starting to sound as exciting as Hermit is there when he comes on, Jerry.
I know it.
Well, just working on my farmer's tan today, smoking cigars in the sun out behind the trailer. Yep. Well, me and Lester, we fitting to roll on down to Louisiana this weekend.
You're rolling down to Louisiana? What for?
Maybe do some deep sea fishing, and I was thinking...
Are you going for crawdads?
Well, I don't much think about it too much. I just thinking I'll throw Lester in and see what we catch.
You like
leeches?
No, I was thinking about getting a job down there helping Donald Trump build his wall. Maybe do it.
Wait a second, my friend. You're going to get a job building the wall for Donald Trump in Louisiana.
That's right.
Well, why would we need a wall in Louisiana, buddy?
Well, Hermit was kicked out of Texas.
Yeah?
Well, manufacturing moonshine down in Abilene didn't turn out too well.
But if you're going to build Donald Trump's wall, it ain't going to do you much good in Louisiana. That's all swampland, buddy.
Well, I guess we'll have to dig down deep.
I guess so.
Well, I hope it pays good. You know, we got replaced the John boat after that terrible accident last week. And, of course, we were fitting to take the scenic trip down the river, but since it ain't seaworthy, we ain't saved up enough cans and bottles for a new one. I was wondering maybe one of your listeners would donate a John boat to the Hermit and Lester cause, you know.
'Cause you ain't got no money?
Well, you know, until picking on the guitar pays a little better.
Yeah, it might. Like we're talking, we're going to talk a little later after the show about this fish fry deal, and maybe we'll bring you in on that. I think some people would enjoy that. Now, do you have a band, Lester, or Hermit? Do you have a band?
What was that again?
Do you have a band, Hermit?
No.
No.
Hermit could probably throw something together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, add a few more pickers, maybe a drummer, maybe somebody on the banjo, somebody on the fiddle. Think you could do that?
I think if we supplied enough beverage, we could probably get
That'll
by
sound
anybody.
real good then.
Well, you'll be down at the Legion anyway, so.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Well, what about a name? We need to come up with a name for your band.
Yeah. About Hermit Longhorn and the Port Louisa Trio.
Is there 3 people down in Port Louisa for that?
Well, it probably will be if you have the beverages.
Oh, wow. Port Louisa Trio. That sounds
It's got a nice ring to it.
a lot better than Lake Odessa threesome.
Well,
You know what a Lake Odessa
depends on-
threesome is,
depends on
right?
what kind of threesome you're talking about.
I'm talking about Lake Odessa threesome musical group.
Oh, I was thinking about a different kind of threesome. Well,
Well, what were you thinking about?
what were you thinking about?
I was thinking about 3 musicians.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about too. Yeah,
There's a blind lead, a blind airline.
I got my hand on the controls here, so.
All right, Hermit, I appreciate you taking your time this morning, buddy.
Yeah, well, fitting to drive up to the I-80 truck stop, do some shopping, maybe find a new hat or something today.
That's a fine place to find them, my friend.
That's what I think.
I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, thank you. And we got one other call that seems to be burning up the line.
Just dropped off.
Just dropped off. Whoever was just
I think old Jim's been trying to get back
Jim's been
in
trying to
there.
get back on?
Yeah. Jim, this is your chance.
This is it.
You only got a couple of minutes
You
here.
only got 2 minutes.
Give her one more try there.
Looks like Randy's writing out a check.
Everybody's got to pay their way.
So what do you got entailed? You going fishing? You told me last night when I was out shopping at Walmart. You said, "By God, my boat's ready to go."
Yeah, and me and Buckshot was going to go Wednesday. Didn't get to go. Going to go yesterday. Nope, I got 15 pounds of goldies for you. Oh, I'll be right there. Well, that's a 2-hour trip. So, no, we didn't get to go yesterday. So, I'm itching. Go ahead.
All right, so we got them connected now.
Hello.
Hello. You're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who is this?
Hey, this is Jim.
Hey, Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Well, we keep getting disconnected.
Well,
We're connected.
I got this new guy here that's came in and worked the show today, and he's only got like 40 years experience doing this. So, hey, how you doing, Jim?
All right. I'm not the Jim you were talking about, but I'm the Jim that lived there a long time, was born there, and fished every puddle of water around there.
Okay, so this is you out in Riverside, California.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm related to the McKees that own the
Buttons?
grain elevator.
Oh, the grain elevator.
But the Button one is like a second or third cousin.
There you go. Well, that's cool. So what took you out to Riverside, California?
I got in business out here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually had a Bandag franchise.
Well, no kidding. Well, actually, we're looking for sponsors now for the 2017 season of Jerry's Outdoors.
Unfortunately, I'm retired now.
Well, your money doesn't have to be. But
Keep
no.
it in circulation.
So how'd you come across our show all the way out there in California?
Well, I listened to KWPC way back, even when Cy Watsink was back there. So I kind of grew up with them.
There you go. I don't know Cy Watsink.
Well, that was probably before your time.
I was born in '66.
Oh, yeah, you're the youngster.
Just started shaving yesterday.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, I fished the pits. I think I fished pits people don't even know exist.
Right? I think we all did.
Leave her out of it, please.
That was about the only clear water I fished back there.
Yeah.
And was it legal back then?
Well, some of them were.
See? You don't have to
The ones you
lie.
didn't know about weren't.
Well, back then, you could go back behind the light plant. Remember fishing back
Oh,
behind
yeah.
the old light plant?
Yeah.
That was good striper fishing back there.
Yeah.
You could pull up a carp as big as a Volkswagen back there.
Well, they like the corn.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you. You tune in every week to us?
Yep.
Awesome, Daddy-O. I appreciate
Yeah, I know Millie. I know them all. Ron, but I don't know what happened to him. But anyway, I've been listening for years and years. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a lot different fishing out here.
Oh, I know it is, but unfortunately, we're running out of time. Maybe we'll have you on the next couple weeks, and we'll talk about fishing in California. All right, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. So there you go, all the way out to California, boys. We have finally made it. But anyway, hey, this is Jerry's Outdoor Show from my good friend Lonnie Ford, from my good friend Randy Brewer, and my good friend Tim Scott. We are running out of time. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
That's a spicy meatball.
The Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton is now serving domestic and import beer plus wine that complement all the great dishes prepared by owner and our friend Gary Brown. The Sicilian brings you the taste of New York Sicilian-style pizza plus Chicago favorites like Italian beef, meatball, and many more delicious authentic sandwiches. Really hungry? Order a Chicago-style stuffed pizza. Mouth-watering good. It's the Sicilian Pizzeria, 912 West 5th Street in Wilton. Call and place your order with Gary today at 563-732-9396. Satisfy your taste buds with the Sicilian.
You've been listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Special thanks to Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria Wilton, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Tune in every Friday morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I can.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle.
Broadcasting live from the Muscatine Hy-Vee Studios, KWPC Muscatine, AM 860, K236CF, Muscatine, FM 95.1.